Hello, everyone. Welcome on stage. Welcome, everyone, for the last panel discussion of the day. And we are here with our global expert investment panelists. So we have 35 minutes and 7 of you. 35 divided by 7 is 5. So we don't have much time. I'm going to ask you each the same question, and then you can give me your answer. How's that? And then we'll take some questions from the audience. All right? So my question to you is to tell me that feature of your program that attracts investors. We're starting with you, dear. Are there other microphones, or? There are 2? Okay, fantastic. I'm going to keep mine. Yeah.
Okay,
so where are you from?
I am from Antigua and Barbuda.
Okay.
That's a Caribbean island. And so we offer citizenship by investment. And from a unique perspective, Antigua and Barbuda is one of the most cost-effective programs that we have for citizenship by investment. I'm going to give you 3. And it's also a very safe haven. And one of the things that the business persons prefer is that it's like a tax haven. So you can open an IBC, an international business company, and there are no taxes on this. So this is something that's very unique to us, and the business persons really, really love to invest and get citizenship by investments through that option.
That's fantastic. We all love tax-free, right? Who loves tax-free? Say aye. Aye. There we go. I thought so. All right. So my next question was, why should an investor consider investing in your program? I think you gave us the answer.
Yeah, we did. Besides the fact that Antigua and Barbuda has the 27th strongest passport in the world, we offer visa-free access to 150 different countries. We have various amounts of investments, for example, with our programs and options. So we have an incentives for the University of the West Indies Fund. So you can get a scholarship, a 1-year tuition paid scholarship, if you invest for one of your children, if you want to go to this accredited university. So that's an incentive for you to invest. So we offer various ones, but I have limited time, so you would have to come see me. And also, what we like to see is that our government, they affiliate themselves with other countries globally. So we open embassies in Dubai, in China. Recently, the Prime Minister, Gaston Brown, went to China in January, and he opened an embassy there. So now we have visa-free access to China as well. So this is what kind of sets us apart.
Fantastic. Your USP right there. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Caribbean. Great. Tikanis?
That was impressive. Imekala, that means I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm Panos Fortounis. I'm coming from Greece.
Yes.
Green Properties, the biggest construction company in Greece. And the question is, why to invest in the Greek program? The Greek program currently is the lowest budget in the globe. It's 250,000 euros. By this one, you can apply for your golden visa, as we call it.
Okay.
Golden visa means that with one application, the whole family can apply and can benefit. Throughout this program, you can travel free in the Schengen zone. You are renewing with a very easy way every 5 years.
Okay.
Kids are benefiting and the family is benefiting for life.
Does the golden visa expire?
No.
Okay.
Unless there are circumstances, I mean, kids over 21 are not going to qualify. They have to have their own application. But this is coming along with a return on investment.
Okay.
So that means that you are buying a property and relying on us, we can provide a return on investment. So.
Okay.
4% net return on investment for the property that you are buying.
Right.
And your investment is not bringing you only the access to the European zone, but also the return on investment.
Okay, so 250,000 euros Is that anywhere in Greece, or it's
Actually,
rural area?
No, it's starting from 250.
Okay.
Recently, downtown Athens, which is the capital, has been increased to 500, and some certain areas which everybody's familiar, like Mykonos, Santorini. But there are options starting 250 for the moment, yes.
Okay, and they don't have to live there?
No.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
Come and find out more information about us.
So you have your booth just next door.
Yep, it is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moving on to Mr. Hogan.
Yes, well, my name is Matt Hogan. I'm Vice President of Project Development for CMB Regional Centers. CMB operates in the EB5 Investor Visa Program. So the EB5 Investor Visa Program gives an investor the opportunity to make a single investment as low as $800,000 US and allow for their family to earn green cards. And that's themselves, their spouse, and any unmarried children under the age of 21. So it is a family immigration category in that respect. And then the biggest driver for that obviously is access to the US economy, US job market, educational opportunities in the United States, and the fact that that green card is permanent. It's something that once they're there for 5 years, they can then go through the naturalization process and become a US citizen. A lot of people do that, a lot of people don't. But the biggest driver, again, families, family planning, the ability to get to the United States and give your children the opportunity to remain in the United States. I tell you, the second biggest driver is people who are already in the United States. They're already there, they're either studying in school or they're on an H-1B visa. The benefit of the green card, obviously, is it detaches you from those visas. You have your permanent green card, you no longer need sponsorship from that employer. You can then go seek employment, you can open a business, you can do different things in the United States that basically anybody else can do. You can live anywhere, work anywhere, opens the world up to you.
Okay, so fastest way of obtaining a green card.
Yes,
Yes.
that's again, right. It's the fastest way to obtain a permanent green card.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. I'm being told that we need to speak louder because the video is having a hard time catching our voice. Go ahead, your
Hello,
turn.
good afternoon. My name is Ivanna Shevlyakova and I represent LFL Consultancy Group. We are based in Dubai and in London, providing our clients with solutions for UAE and the UK. We started in 2000 as an immigration consultancy firm in the UK and have got a wealth of experience that we share with our clients looking to immigrate to the UK. As much as the immigration options may seem limited now, UK is still open to meet people who come into the UK to work under the immigration categories available. Also, as much as it seems limited in terms of there are no investment routes as such, there are options available to provide solutions for the clients in the UK. So we invite potential clients who are interested to come in to live in the UK to explore possible solutions and immigration routes offered in the UK at the moment. UK is a wonderful country to come and live. It's a very strong brand, if you want. It's very popular with our clients. It provides you with permanent leave to remain in 5 years' time, and should you meet requirements, lead you to obtaining a British passport in 6 years' time. The huge advantages, obviously, that are seen by all our clients is access to the educational system and healthcare system.
Thank you. And what is the minimum amount of investment?
Well, as I said, there are no immigration investment categories in the UK as such.
Okay.
There are solutions that are more offered by immigration firms in the UK at the moment that are available for people, for self-sufficient people. The solutions are mainly based around highly skilled migrant programs, and They rely on setup of businesses, making the businesses certified for employing foreign staff, and obtaining directorship and ownership in those businesses by the candidates. It may seem complicated, and I don't think it's worthwhile exploring it within a period of time that we have for talks, but we invite all interested parties to come in, and we can talk about possible solutions for them and their clients.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Please introduce yourself and your country once again. Country's not written.
Hi there, I'm Leonardo Freitas. I'm the CEO, Chairman of HAYMAN-WOODWARD. We are a 28-year law firm, global law firm, and we specialize in multiple global mobility actions. A little bit about myself. I used to be a United States Citizenship and Immigration Services officer in the United States for 15 years, and one of the things that I found most interesting during my tenure as an officer was that EB-5 programs were completely riddled with fraud, and this is one of the main things I used to do was fraud investigation of EB-5 programs. And a lot of them got defunct and a lot of things happened. So with that in mind, when I left the service, I looked for a possibility that was much easier, a lot faster, and not conditional as the EB-5 program, whereas the initial EB-5 green card is conditional for 2 years, and you have to remove conditions after the 2-year initial conditional residency. So you need to, so in order for you to obtain a permanent green card from day one, there are basically 2 options that can be self-sponsored. One is the EB-1 category, the other one is EB-2 category, national interest waiver. And the national interest waiver is widely available, and after 2016, it became a lot easier for somebody to qualify for the national interest waiver program. And nowadays, it has premium processing, and you can get your case approved within 45 days. So it is absolutely the fastest way for you to obtain a green card. But in our firm, we wanted to expand this a little bit more. So since we are a global company, we are located in 9 countries, and a lot of people are looking for programs that will lead them to citizenship by investment in many nations. Because we have a presence in Portugal, and there are other categories available for you to become a resident in Portugal and a pathway for citizenship with a European passport, then you can do a D7 program through Portugal that doesn't require investment, doesn't require other than you having your own income. And the third option would be for you to, obviously, since we all said, didn't we say we don't want tax? Who said no tax?
Everyone said no.
No tax, right? Okay. So we love no tax as well. And for that matter, we offer residency in Dubai through opening a company or by investing in real estate if you so desire. So we offer a program that is trilateral. We offer programs that include also the UK by opening companies as well. And we've been doing this for 28 years, little time. So the experience is there, the results are there. We are the only firm in the world that has approved over 52,000 green cards in our history. And that's a fact, verifiable fact. So we're very proud of our achievements, and we're happy to assist you obtain your global mobility dreams. That's what we're here for.
Thank you, Mr. Freitas. So you're here representing the EB1 and the EB2 self-sponsored.
Correct.
Okay. And why would an investor choose your program over the EB5?
Because they can use their money to invest in their own business if they so desire. And their money is safer in their own hands as opposed to in the hands of a stranger that can mismanage and promote fraudulent activities with that, which has been my experience as a fraud investigator for the United States government.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, please introduce yourself and your country.
Yeah, sure.
Can you speak in the microphone? Yeah.
Nousheen, Pourjahani. From Canada, representing Canadian program, from Swallow Immigration Consultancy. To answer your question, I would say the future makes Canada famous or the most important place.
Sorry, they cannot hear you. Can you please talk in?
Okay.
Yeah.
The feature that makes Canada as the most important destination for immigrants is not the programs, it's the country itself. The country that is a multicultural country, the country that welcomes all immigrants, all cultures, all nationalities. That's why Canada is the most important country, destination for so many immigrants. And definitely the programs that Canada is offering is not citizenship by investment. We have just one permanent residency by investment program, just one which is for Quebec, and the rest provinces are offering immigration by investment that is it's your own company. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. It's your own company, not others. You have your own company, you are using your money to run a business that is yours, and you can use it anytime to sell it and or make profit, earning money, whatever you're running. You can live with your investment, your business. And the other side of Canada is not just having your own business to get your permanent residency and citizenship. It's about the quality of life, about the educational system, the free health system. If you pay tax in Canada, yes, tax is going to be used for you, for the health system, free health system that you get benefit of. It's all about you to have a better life. That's why we are offering immigration programs for Canada to welcome you to the country that belongs to multicultural. And everybody, really, everybody is welcomed. Everybody can have their own culture, practice it, share it, and then you can have your own community and enjoy. You feel like home when you are in Canada.
Thank you, Nousheen, focusing on the country rather than on the aspects of the program. Thank you. Yes.
Hi, I'm Antria Aristodimou. I represent KARITZIS legal, a law firm based mainly in the Republic of Cyprus.
Cyprus, okay.
And in Cyprus we have the permanent residence program, which is a dynamic program by investing at least 300,000 euros, either in residential properties, in commercial properties or securities, or in a company operating in the Republic of Cyprus. So the most important feature of our scheme is that a person, a third country national that receives the permanent residence in Cyprus will have this permit forever, so long as he has the property in Cyprus. Of course, it is possible to sell and dispose the property and replace it, but it is not possible to remain without property. And of course, holding the permanent residence permit in Cyprus gives grounds for applying for the citizenship, the Cyprus citizenship.
Okay, and after how long can they obtain the citizenship?
Actually, the procedure has changed 2 months ago.
Oh.
Yes, and according to the new criteria, the investor has to reside in Cyprus for 7 years out of the 10 years immediately prior to the submission of the application, but he is entitled to travel outside of the Republic of Cyprus for 3 months per year.
Okay, and again, my question about the amount that should be invested?
It's 300,000 euros.
300,000 euros. Okay, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from several global experts here in the field of immigration. I'm going to open the floor up to you now, if should you have any questions to ask them. We'll have a microphone to go around. Any questions for the panelists?
Okay, I will actually steal a microphone. No, just one is fine.
No, one is fine. That's good.
Okay, who has questions? Questions, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't me.
Well done. Okay, who has questions? All right, Elena, here we go.
I'm going to help the question, so I will ask Antria a question from Cyprus to see if we have studied well the scheme. Antria, can you please tell us when the applicant will apply, if it's for which family members for the Cyprus scheme, please?
So, the permanent residence program of Cyprus is available to the investors and his family members, spouse and children, children up to the age of 25 years old, provided that they are dependents of the investors. If they are studying, if they are financially independent to the investors.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
We only have the world's foremost experts from everywhere. An unprecedented opportunity. Make the most of it.
My question is on the EB1 and 2, Mr. Leonardo. So if you could tell us what is the eligibility criteria and what is the success rate?
So success rate is a question that everybody asks of any immigration benefit that you seek. It greatly depends whether or not you fulfill the criteria. In EB1 criteria, you have 3 subcategories of EB1. The first one is extraordinary ability, which you need to fulfill 3 out of the 10 criteria that exist of extraordinary ability. If you fulfill at least 3 criteria, you'll be able to be approved, so long as you prove that you have continued sustained international or national acclaim. Okay, so that's one way to do it. On the EB1B, you need to be a professor or researcher coming through an invitation of employment or invitation of stay from a research facility or a college or university that wants to employ you. So basically a offer letter. It doesn't require a labor certification process. It does have premium processing. And for Indian nationals and Chinese nationals, the first preference is current in the visa bulletin at sometimes during the course of the year. Sometimes it's not, but it's usually within a period of 1 to 2 years. That is the waiting period for you to obtain the green card in the first preference. What is most successful and most used by Indians and Chinese nationals which are the ones that are mostly affected by a visa bulletin regression, is the EB1C, which is multinational executives. When you set up a subsidiary in the United States, you come in temporarily under an L1 visa, and a year later, after that subsidiary is already running and operating, you can do an EB1C green card, which now has premium processing that gets your approval within 45 days. And within the course of a year to about a year and a half, you get your green card in your hands within 5 years. And that's a permanent green card. That's a 10-year green card, permanent without any conditions, without anything that you need to remove, unlike the EB5 program, what you need to remove within 2 years. And it's solely dependent on the progress of your own company. So you're the one in control of everything. You're the one in control of your revenues. You're the one in control of your success story of your company. But if you have accolades, for instance, awards of excellence, media, if you publish books or articles, and if you're well known in on your particular field, it would be advisable to file as a self-petitioner on an EB1A category. You'd be very successful. A lot of people think they don't qualify, but if I do a show of hands, I don't think we have the time, but if you want, I can offer you a consultation at our booth, which is booth 7. If I do a show of hands, if I give you 3 out of the 10 criteria, I'm sure most people that think they would not qualify, they qualify. And on the second preference, the EB2 category, I think probably 2/3 of this room will qualify for a green card self-petition on the EB2 category, because they will qualify for either as an individual with an advanced degree, that will be anybody with a master's degree or higher, or anybody with a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of post-progressive baccalaureate experience. So if you have a bachelor's degree and progressive work experience of at least 5 years, you qualify as a person of second preference for a green card. And then all you got to do is show a business plan, and you have a proposed endeavor in the United States. You don't have to show that you've done an investment. You have to show that you have the ability to invest, not that you have done the investment yet, which is different than, say, an E2 visa or even an EB5 program. So that's a very unique. And let's not forget that we have EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5. So why go start on the bottom when you can come on first class, second class passenger? So if you can fly first class, why not?
So if you're saying that there seems to be a lack of information or a lack of education.
Plenty.
If you're saying that a lot of people here might not know, but they do qualify.
Yeah, it's actually it's available on the USCIS website, uscis.gov. You go to green card eligibility, and all the information I'm telling you right now, it's widely available in the government website, uscis.gov. It feels like I'm back working for them, but yeah, because I'm giving that explanation. But it's pretty much it's widely available. I just don't know why there's a lot of misinformation about this kind of thing. But anybody that has, example, specifically on the second preference of a green card, the EB2, the National Interest Waiver was created with the Immigration Act of 1990. It had some modification in 1998 with the jurisprudence that was created then, which was the NYS DOT. And then most recently in 2016, the new jurisprudence for the National Interest Waiver was the matter of Dinosaur. And that opened a whole different gamut of opportunities for people in different areas. And right now, the United States government is running a program for STEM graduates. If you are in the STEM field, there'll be science, technology, engineering, mathematics. If you are in that field, in any of this field, any related fields, you have a streamlined process for a green card, and you have absolute preference.
Okay, we're going off on a tangent
Thank you.
now. Do we have any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible? My name is Pradna and I represent a HR company. My question is to the panel. By the way, thank you, Leonardo, for all those inputs. So, I keep coming across these residency programs and stuff, but my question is, if I don't speak Portuguese, if I don't speak Spanish or French, or maybe even the Cyprian Greek, is it relevant to be in that part of the world? Because, say, as an entrepreneur, I want to start some great businesses, do some great work around the world, and I'm in a place where now I have this PR in Portugal, for example. So is that a must, a language requirement, and we can just go with the flow?
I will give the opportunity for the ladies to respond, yes. But speaking for the U.S. has no language requirement whatsoever. The U.S. does not have an official language. Nobody knows this, but it's the law. The U.S. does not have an official language. You can actually use any language you want. English is a widely spoken language in the United States.
Antria, would you think that the language, it's Greek in Cyprus, isn't it? Yes.
In Cyprus, there is no language requirement for the permanent residence permit at all. Neither a test or oral discussion, nothing.
And most people, do they speak English for business?
Yes, most people speak English in Cyprus, yes.
Yeah.
Nearly all of them, actually.
How about in the Caribbean? Spanish, is it required in some parts? No? Okay.
English is our primary language.
Thank you. Go ahead.
For the UK, mainly there is a language requirement. There are some categories, such as the Global Talent Visa, where there is any language requirement applicable.
I believe that in Quebec, there is also a language requirement in Quebec, Canada. All right. Any other question in the audience? Yes.
Hello, my name is Sabiha. My question is to Ms. Nousheen. Actually, what I want to ask you is, I had applied for a Saskatchewan International Nomination Program that was back 2 years back from India, but I could not follow up, could not continue it. So now my question to you is, how different it is the Quebec one you told us from SINP?
Wait,
It's
we'll use the microphone.
SINP, Saskatchewan International Nomination Program from India.
Okay.
So, but could not, like, because of the relocation, because of my work commitment, I could not continue it. Now again, I want to apply for the program you have said, that's Quebec one. So how different it is from SINP and what is the criteria for it?
Okay, you know what? The immigration programs in Canada is based on the qualification of each applicant, and it can be different from one to another, right? So, and other than that, so many provinces have their own immigration programs.
Correct.
That helps so many applicants to be qualified under those categories. For you, I guess, each applicant has to be assessed individually, okay? So to see how you can go forward. If some application was denied before because of some misleading or misrepresentation, maybe it's hard to go through another program, but if some things happen because of some mistakes from the immigration side or the client side, that can be actually fixed somehow.
Okay.
But we have to take a look.
So it has the same procedure like earlier it was like you should have 5+ years of minimum experience. We need to appear for IELTS exams and everything. So Quebec has a similar procedure?
You know what? As I said, the program's requirement is different. Okay, for some of them, for example, most programs need to have language certificate, but the level of language can be different from one to another. For example, for some programs you can have just CLB4, which is easy. For Express Entry, you have to have CLB7 and more to have more scores, right? And same thing for education, same thing for back experience and so on. So that's why if you were qualified for one program, maybe you're not qualified for another one.
Okay.
And we have to find out which one is the best for you.
Great.
Shall we put you guys in touch together just outside right after this panel?
Sure, I'll come to meet you in person. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions from the audience? All right. Looking into the future, 5 years, 10 years from now, what are the trends that you're seeing? Are rules and regulations becoming more flexible? Are governments becoming more lenient in terms of immigration? What are your thoughts?
As we go, in Canada, immigration programs getting a little bit harder because they are getting selective because so many demand, really, from anywhere. We have clients from the US, we have clients from Europe, and they wish to come. And because of the big number of requests, the government of Canada is getting harder to applicants. That's a fact. You should know that. That's why we cannot say anybody who is wishing to come, they can. No,
Yes.
really.
Canada has also a reputation of selected immigration where it's very skill-based, not so much money-based, money-driven,
It's
investment-driven.
based on the skills, not
Skill.
money,
Exactly.
Provinces have their own immigration program for business people and senior managers. We call them business stream. And they are encouraging business people to come to run their own business or take over the businesses from local people who are getting retired and they want to have somebody to continue the business.
Yeah. Thank you, Nousheen. Can we have the other microphone as well, please?
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And definitely they need a skilled worker. The whole country population is so small. Yeah. They need more people, and the the population is aging in most provinces. That's why they need fresh and young people to come.
And you have all the Northwestern territories to fill.
Even though you do have
They're
their own
empty.
program, you know that. Sometimes their program is harder than the others. But
Really?
Yes, but they have their own program. But again, it's a gate to come.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Trends of the future. Yes.
I'll jump
Anyone,
in, sure.
go ahead.
Look, the EB5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022 was passed in March of 2022, and obviously was aimed at rooting out a lot of fraud. I think you had mentioned that the program has a lot of fraud in it. It did, and it probably still does. So it's really important that you do your due diligence with regional centers. And I think over the years, over the coming years even, they're going to continue to tighten those restrictions. There's a lot of dysfunction right now within USCIS as far as how to create regulation and policy that actually will help implement the law. But I think they'll eventually get there, and so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for some of these bad actors to continue to exist. And then as far as the EB5 program, I still think it's a great time to be a part of the program. You know, it'd almost be disingenuous to suggest that it's not the fastest way to get a green card for a lot of people. Some people it's not. Some people do qualify for different categories, and I think there's a lot of attorneys that probably give you a free consultation right away to tell you whether or not those actually work for you. But over the years, there's been a lot of, as you mentioned, a lot of disinformation out there about what actually can work and what can be the path you want to go. I think we saw that with the E2 program a few years ago. People wanting to jump into that program and get into it thinking it was an alternative to EB5. A lot of these other categories aren't alternatives to EB5s. They can be companions to EB5. But I think EB5 is still going to continue to be the best opportunity for a lot of people, especially people looking to use this for their children who may not actually want to be in the United States operating a business. A lot of people in Dubai have a great life. They don't want to leave here, but their kids might want that opportunity. So they can give those funds to their kids and give their kids the opportunity to invest in the program. Or they can take that green card but choose to remain here and decide what they want to do over a long period of time as far as whether or not they want to go. But as far as the program, I think it's going to continue to grow. I think it's going to continue to get better and better as we do see regulation, as we do see policy that makes sense for the program. So I'm excited for the future of EB5.
Fantastic, thank you. Ivanna?
Well, I think the main trend is that immigration will continue, and people will continue moving around the world, looking for the better opportunities for their families. The immigration landscape has been changing rapidly over the last years, and having said that, I want to add that we should not underestimate the interest that we have in our clients in immigrating to UAE, coming in and living here permanently. So this is quite a new trend for us, and we see it in our clients who have been immigrating with us to the UK over the period of last 20 years, who show a definite interest in exploring UAE and coming to live here permanently and bringing their families and children.
That is a trend that we are seeing, UAE influx of residents, and I wouldn't call it immigration, but residency.
In terms of the program, yes, obviously it's a residency. There are exceptional cases when people qualify and obtain UAE passports. It obviously requires a significant investment, but obviously all countries try to create, conditions that are attractive for people to come in. Everyone is interested in creating new, strong economies, and perhaps this also boosts interests of ever interested and people to come to new countries to live.
Thank you. We do love the weather. Anyone else from the panel like to add a few words?
I would say there is a lot to be said about different programs from all over the world, right? 196 recognized nations, total 202. There's so many places around the world that you can choose to call your own, right? The trends that I've been observing, I've been in this business for almost 30 years, and I can tell you, what I've always been observing is this. The competition for your money / your talent is going to get fierce. And nobody wants your talent or your money more than the UAE. Because they are the only ones that can offer you safety, security, peace of mind, tax-free, okay, and simplified banking system. Nobody else can offer that. The United States cannot offer you that. No Canada, nobody can offer you that. But they will compete for your attention because they have different offerings for you. And I'm the first one to tell you, I think Canada has a great option. I think US has great options. From top to bottom, 187 different types of visas in the myriad of United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. You can pick and choose from all of 187 types of visas. You have great options in Cyprus, in Greece, in the Caribbean. Pick your choice. But at the end of the day, you have to think about this. Which country is going to be able to offer you the most bang for your buck in terms of security? Look at just go outside this hotel, look outside, and you're going to see all construction. They are not playing around. This country is not playing around. They are doing this because they know what's coming. They did their due diligence. They've been planning this for the better part of 50 years. Okay?
Mr. Freitas, absolutely. But a lot of people who are immigrating are doing it for the passport.
I know.
And the UAE
Mobility.
is not providing the passport.
I understand. So. I understand. And that's the reason why there are programs, it's all valid to have second passports, and everybody's going to compete to get a great passport. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm originally from Brazil. I was born in Brazil. I hold the 4 citizenships: Portuguese, Brazilian, British, American. Okay, so why would I don't have a passport problem, but a lot of people do. There are easy ways for you to obtain. And I think, for example, right there, the lady will be able to explain to you great programs over there.
Right. Sorry. So this is where we come in. The Citizenship by Investment program, we offer the passport with the second citizenship and the dual citizenship. So we offer visa-free access to 150 countries. This is Antigua and Barbuda at the present moment, and you get the passport for global mobility. So trends that we're seeing going forward, because we have this visa-free access to all these different countries, the countries are going to likely want to protect that. So they're going to put more restrictions on protecting their countries because you have this access to UK, Schengen area, France, and recently China. So they're going to want to protect that. What they did recently was add the interview process. So you have to now do an interview to qualify to get this passport, the second passport. But what we're going to do, the program is going to continue to grow because there's a high demand for a second passport for dual citizenship. Persons want to move. Our country in Antigua and Barbuda is very safe. They want to do business. They want different options, even for their children, even not for themselves. So what we're going to try to do to protect that is offer a stronger due diligence process, which we've continued to do, to make sure that the countries that we have visa-free access to feel protected, and that you can continue to enjoy this visa-free access from the Caribbean with our passport to all these different countries.
Thank you very much, panelists, for being with us today. Do we have any last questions from the audience? Yes, right there.
I'm going to steal that microphone back.
Just check my phone. We have another 5 minutes.
Leonardo, don't touch the mic again. Every time you do... No, I'm joking. Touch it all. All right, where was the... her and then you, sir. So there's 2 questions.
Hi, my name is Mariam. I have a question from Caribbean passport. What will happen to the Schengen territory once they apply the new rules for the entering the Schengen?
For the Schengen, At present, they haven't applied any rules for Antigua.
But they announced it, and they are going to apply it after the 2024.
We haven't gotten any information on that as yet.
Yeah, but it is there. It is there. That's why you have to find out what will happen to that.
The thing of it is, the government is still in talks with these areas. So until it's official, we cannot necessarily say that it's going to be implied. So we can't,
Actually, it is official. If you go to their websites, all of them, it's mentioned. Only they delayed it because of the France Olympic.
Right.
But after that, all of them, they are going to apply. So I think the Caribbean passport, second passport, they have to have
some of the countries, for instance, Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis already have restrictions with regard to the Schengen. Antigua and Barbuda, not as yet. Not as yet. And we haven't officially received any notification of visits yet. We know our Prime Minister is still in talks with regards to that. So once it comes along, however, if it's not applicable anymore, because this is a trend, they're trying to protect their visa-free access going forward. Hopefully it doesn't happen. For now, we still have it, okay? So if you want to apply during this time, that will definitely work. Hopefully it doesn't happen. And we're hoping that they would give us more restrictions that we can probably integrate into the process so that we can still have the visa-free access to Schengen. So we need to get the official notification first before we can actually say that something is going to change.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Patel from Uganda, East Africa and India. So I congratulate you, you got 4 passports. I just want to ask an ethical social question. I'm from India, I've got 1 passport, I've been to many countries. I feel, is this immigration's passport, second passport, third passport, is it a commercialized thing? Is it creating needs for the people? What do we actually need in life? So my question is from ethical social point. How can you answer me this? I'm a happy person, very young, healthy, but I've traveled many countries, and I think health is wealth, but still I have a question in my mind. 4 passports, 7 passports, 2 passports. Why? Can you answer me that?
Yes, I can.
That's all you.
All of us can answer the same. I think I will get everybody here to agree. Mobility is inherent to human nature. We are not born to be constricted by borders, by these kinds of rules that were created in order to create some sort of prestige just because you hold a nationality or you are from sort of ethnicity. We are born to roam the land that we are here. I personally believe that borders are useless. And it is our divine right to be able to roam this earth unimpeded. And I think that everything that we do here is to build a society that will achieve that eventually. Probably not within our lifetime, but the lifetime of our children and grandchildren. And that's the reason why we're doing this here.
If it's all right, and if this is a metaphysical discussion, with the permission of the moderator, can I give?
Absolutely, go ahead. We still have 1 minute.
I think he wanted a follow-up question, but I reckon it'll be another metaphysical one, so I'll give it to that lady. Not me. No, but you're next to her. You're a bad influence.
He almost set me up.
Hi. Nora from Lux Harmony Real Estate in Dubai. I think another answer maybe to this previous question is as well to avoid taxes. I think there's another answer as well for this question about having many passports is to avoid taxes. I mean, I come from France, and I know that some French people will go, for example, to Belgium or even Russia to avoid paying taxes on their wealth. But actually, I have another question. So that is actually related as well about taxes. You know, for US citizens, if they invest in business or in real estate in Dubai, do they have, what is their tax status? Because they have to declare their income to the US I believe.
I'll answer your question about taxes very simply.
Yeah.
And as a U.S. citizen and a person that does have significant investments in the UAE, what is the nationality of Mr. Elon Musk? U.S. Okay, I'll just do this fast. Out of the 10 billionaires in the world, only 2 are non-U.S. citizens. Okay? Mr. Bernard Arnault from France, Mr. Carlos Slim from Mexico.
Lebanon.
Okay? And then in Lebanon, yes, sorry. That's true. Yeah. But very interestingly, you would notice that the issue of those billionaires is not tax, and they have investments all over the world, including the UAE, including other tax havens. It's about tax planning. And it's a shift in mindset that you have to have in order to be able to exist in a world that is very heavily taxed. So you will see that the extremely wealthy have vehicles set up in order for you prevent that taxation. You have to do the filings, of course, but if you look at the tax filings of even, I would suffice to say, former presidents of the United States, you will look at their filings and they pay very little tax. Why? Because they're doing extremely well thought out tax planning. The same way. So yeah, you can buy property in the UAE as a US citizen through many of these vehicles, international trusts, other holding companies, not your personal name. And if you do it in your personal name, it's not in your personal advantage. On top of that, a company, one of these vehicles, they exist in perpetuity. As long as you pay their dues every year, they exist in perpetuity. You will perish eventually, right? And how are you going to pass that along to your children? The easiest way is through a trust, and a trust owns all these companies, and everything is already passed on to your heirs and their heirs and so on and so forth without the risk of tax.
Okay, we have one more question at the back over there, please. Go ahead.
How are you?
Hello,
how are you? I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm a property consultant. Russell Khema is also offering a permanent residency which is the same as a passport. So why not invest here?
Who did you write the question to? To me or to anybody?
Who can answer this question?
About Russell Khema?
Yes? Go ahead.
So, a holder of a permanent residence permit in Cyprus, provided that he stays in the Republic of Cyprus for 7 years, but not continuously, may be allowed to apply for a passport. But criteria apply.
Yeah, please come again.
Do you hear me?
The question is about Ras Al Khaimah. Can you ask it again, please? Ask your question again.
Russell Khema is also offering a permanent residency, which is the same as a passport. So my question is, why don't invest here?
How is it the same as a passport?
You don't want to passport live in Dubai.
No, but you can't travel with a residency, can you? This is the thing.
No.
It's the same thing as having a short-term visa. There's no difference. Oh, sorry. I mean, you guys go ahead.
It's
Let
a
the
short-term
experts
visa.
answer.
No, it's not a passport. This is just a residency program. It's just it doesn't confer you UAE citizenship. UAE citizenship is only granted by decree by the royal courts.
In the future, and might be.
We are not in the future yet. We are here. This is today. Whenever the future comes, let us know.
Yeah.
Panelists, I want to thank you very much for being on stage with us today and to share your knowledge and your insights on immigration, on investment of your respective countries. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this panel, last panel of the day. at IREX 2024. Shall we pose for a group photo? All right.